रिसर्च के बाद action unused activity human experience poor page वो आने था वो चीज़ तो वहाँ पे मैं गलती कर रहे थे ना मैं अरुण के पेज पे लाइव कर दिया मैंने
तो
वो अरुण वाले पेज पे चला गया था वो क्या होता है कि उसके बाद वो बंद होने के बाद आया अब बस इसमें चेक करो कि साउंड आ रही नहीं आ रही एक बार हेडफोन लगा के चेक करो लेकिन ये लगा दो आ रही है क्लियर ये इसकी तो नहीं आ रही हेलो 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 मेरी तो नहीं आ रही कहीं इसकी आ रही है ये करना था साला वो एक लाइन रह गई थी एक लाइन लिखनी रह गई थी वो पूरा मैंने लिखा फिर उसको सब सब बढ़िया सब मैंने वो बस लाइव लेक्चर के चक्कर में ज़्यादा परेशान हो गया था आज वो लेक्चर करा रहा हूँ आपने ज्वाइन नहीं करा फिर भी ज्वाइन करके अच्छा लगेगा आपका नाम लिया था ना उन्होंने जो ज्वाइनिंग करा रहे थे डॉक्टर हैं दो पैकेट बदल मेरी है पॉसिबल तो सब कुछ ही है कितने बजे अच्छा माउस किसको चल रहा है 11 बजे क्या कर सकते हैं बहुत बढ़िया यही तो कह रहा हूँ डिज़ाइन बनवा सर कुछ नहीं करना वेंडर को बोलो लिख के दो 2 मिनट 10 मिनट लगाएगा वेंडर 10 मिनट लगाएगा वेंडर हमें तो आता नहीं है सिर्फ वर्ड में बना दो आप मैं प्रिंट मार दूँ कल अच्छा नहीं सर मैं मीटिंग में लगाऊँ मेरा सिस्टम बिजी है मैं अपना कंप्यूटर छोड़ नहीं सकता ये कहाँ से आ रहा है ये किसका माउस चल रहा है यहाँ पे ये माउस किसका है अच्छा ये उसका है अच्छा मीट को शेयर कर रहा है वो ठीक है मेरा नहीं है ना अच्छा मीट में शेयर कर रहा है उसका इसलिए आ रहा है ठीक है वो तो गुजरा पहले नहीं इस पर तो जाएगा चलो तो मैं नीचे कर देता हूँ
slowly and slowly now you can things like I'm sorry, but any institution that they cannot provide the huge funding for you for doing your research. For that, you have to hunt, you have to ask the funding agents. Like we are having the UGC, we are having ASC, we are having GST, we are having the many agencies, even the CSIR, many agencies are giving. For that, you have to write. Writing the project also is very, I think, important aspect. I'm the PhD, the Program Advisory Committee, the Project Advisory Committee of the EEC, the Electrical Electronics and Computer Engineering. The last year, the co-research grant of the CRB in that group, there was approximately 1,500 projects that submitted. And already the window is open now. And we found that we give only 31 projects out of that. The rigorous meetings were there because I found that many people, they are having the idea but unable to present in their project form. What is required? What are the methodology? All the things are missing. So that is also how to get it. then you should be collaborating with someone, try to discuss something. Again, the question is why the another person will be trying to discuss with you, because why he will kill his time. Every time you think what is the gain for you, he will be also thinking in the same way. So it is basically, but many a times if you're doing good one, try to even to collaborate. Many people are interested in the collaboration. Well, try to convince them, try to work even though sometimes give your output. You say, without your collaboration, I have done such this. Can you see this? Can you help this? You can put also his name, etc. In that one, you will find something. So you have to slowly and slowly build up the friendship and relation so that he can help. So that facility, and even though you can use others' facility, you are not having, then you can go. Even though I was sending my MMMUT faculty and students to come to the IIT Kanpur because they are having the very good characterized facility. They were sitting here for a month, students, and they were doing. I had a MU with IIT Kanpur, and then it was permitted, and they were doing. So the facility, if you are on very high end, you have to move and you have to basically dedication and all that. Another is the selection of guide. Selection of a guide and supervisor is also very tricky because sometimes you have a choice, sometimes you don't have. If you are not having choice, then whatever is given, then you have to live with this. If you are having choice, then it is also very difficult to choose this supervisor. Sometimes it's better that once it is allotted, with taking the name of God, you started to research. But if you are having option and you have chosen the wrong supervisor, then you will be always having guilt in you. Oh, I should have done this one, then it would not be better. So the selection of this is also important, and that's I'm saying the choosing supervisor is a very I was checking whether everything is going well or not.
Yes, उससे slow है.
So I'm audible?
Okay. Yes, sir, audible.
Yes, sir, audible. Yeah, in between I'll keep on asking because there may be network and okay. Otherwise my phone is there, you can call if it is not. Okay. So selection of the guides and supervisors are also there. Now the question is only one guide or two guides? Many things. You want senior guide, junior guide. Again, many questions will be inside you. So let us see the characteristic of a supervisor. A good supervisor says all right things because you have a very less information about any particular supervisor. You might have heard from your colleagues, you have heard from your other students and other people, but really your chemistry is matching with him or not. This chemistry is also very important. So a good supervisor says all the right things. He's your mentor, he's a friend, he's an advisor, even though also he helps in your family matters as well. Sometimes you are also stuck with somewhere problem with the family member. You should understand, you should try to help it, and also he console. So many he is best. And not only during that period, I found if you are really the good supervisor is there and you have a very good cordial relation with him, even though he basically will be your supervisor for even though till you wherever you are working, and also people are still appreciating and consulting the supervisor after even getting degree and research. See? So that is a very important. Choose a supervisor who excites you. The scientists are made of all type of people. They are thinker, dreamer, practical worker, all of whom are important, but you need to find someone who thinks in the same way that you think. Because sometimes you are thinking this, he is thinking something different. All the time you are coming discussion and he's giving time in a month or week or let's say, and finally you are going back again, something coming, and finally after the few years you find that nothing is going ahead. So it is vital that you have a real passion and believe in your work. You should also the passion. If you are not passionate, then what your supervisor will do? He will only say, okay, take this, read this, and other thing. You do. So the many things also it is required in the supervisor. So also we say the supervisor can be stereotype or the pick your favorite. He is a very experienced, already said. He is a less experienced. If he is a very experienced, he will give very limited time to you. If the less experienced, he may have sick and he will work with you, and he will give more time. So it is all together, this is the mixture that you have to think. That's what you are going to choose. If you have an option, no option, very happy. Because then you have to believe in the God and start working. So that also a lot of matters. You have to also see what are the facility he is having, how much he is known. Because if you are having the very experienced and known researcher, normally it is always he will be thinking above what he already has done. Because if less experience, sometimes he's stuck in somewhere lower thing, he cannot help you. So there's a lot of advantage and disadvantage are there. The personal chemistry is very important, as I said. Think about whether your prospective supervisor seems like startup person who will be there when you need them. So, because whenever you are having the problem, either technical problem, professional problem, personal problem, still he can help you and he can guide you that you can think of it. So that is the personal chemistry is very, very important. I've seen many, even though it is also from the student side. Let's say because you are doing a research degree, you are a student. So if you are not having a personal chemistry, you are not having, he will see something potential in you, he will see your kindness, he will see your sincerity, he will see your honesty, many, many things he normally will see, and based on that only he will work. He will think, oh, this person is cheating, this person is doing nothing, he wants everything from me, so he will also creating the separation. So that's you have to think. So the talk to their students, try to see what are his strengths and weakness, what are the things he can basically, where is he strong, which area is basically working, where is more confident, all the things you can discuss about if they are having the PhD students, you can discuss. So you can get a lot of insight. Sometimes you will get very setback because all not students will give the very good feedback to supervisor because they might have hide something that said they are not telling what was the relation with the student to the guide. So that is basically also important but you have to make the decision accordingly. You have to have some interaction one or twice and then based on that you can judge. So then other question start, you want only one supervisor or many supervisors. Again, here also the both are very, let's see, both are having the problem. If you're having single supervisor, let's suppose he is busy, he has gone somewhere, he has a one personal problem, may not give much time. If many supervisors there, then others can be helped. And suppose he's busy, so second one will help me. But the other big problem I found, if you're having many means, normally two supervisors are allowed by university academic institution, 2 or 3. If you're taking that one, always making the satisfaction of both supervisors is becoming difficult. And many a times I found if the two supervisors, their tuning is not good, certainly the tuning with you is certainly in the worst condition. I found here many people had the two, and these two supervisors started fighting in this term, and finally the students were suffering. And that is also a big deal, because you have to explain the same thing to one supervisor and another supervisor. Because if they are not sitting together and discussing, it will create a lot of problem in the later stage. So that is also there. If there is a very senior or junior and there is no ego problem, then it's okay. Two supervisors is always better. But also it is very causeless, sometimes very dangerous and disagreeing. So another, they ask that how to decide the research topic, how to start with. You have decided your supervisor, you have decided your workplace, you decided that you are going for this degree and you are going to research, then what topic you have to work with. Because sometimes you are having some knowledge beforehand. So in the same area or the different area, or you can say maybe the mixture of those, so the various type of the research which already I explained. So let us talk about the selection of the research topic. So do you want a degree, want only degree or degree with the recognition? Sometimes say, it is up to you. Sometimes say, यार PhD degree ले लो क्योंकि ये mandatory हो रहा है academic में, तो किसी तरह से कोई degree मिल जाए. So that is only degree. Sometimes we get the degree with the recognition. Oh, my work people should quote it, they should cite it, they should recognize, oh, this person has a very nice research work. And in both cases, you are getting the degree. And once you are getting degree, later, there's a degree. If you are applying for any position, the degree is the same. But the degree with a certain output, sometimes always better, and it is seen by your peers or maybe somewhere the place where people are saying. So you have to now decide the research topic. So focus on your interest and the career aspect, because you have to see what is your interest. Sometimes I found you are having nothing about that, but you are thinking, oh, why not I'll do the research in the cyber security, and you are not having the knowledge. But if it's electrical engineering, you say, oh, I am also going to work in the cyber security, and because in electrical system also now is very prone to cyber physical system is there, so security and freedom problems are there. So what is your interest with? Do you have the knowledge of that? So you have to, otherwise you have to start reading that. And that is again killing your time. So, but you have to see what is your interest and what the value additions. So you have to slightly twist whatever based on your knowledge, you can have the basically moving around. And that is basically the important factor. Also, you have to see the career. Because once you are the simple degree, it's okay, but later you will face a lot of problems. Because if you're having your interest, later also you can even supervise, you can have the jointly working with other researchers, and that is also, you can say, the career. That is very important. So to start with, you have to read the various dissertations, various theses, and also the published journals. That is very important because in journals sometimes you read very good journals like IEEE transactions and other things. It's 7-8 pages. They are just one thesis they have written. It's very complex and very difficult to understand. So you have to read many papers because many papers are cited back. Based on that you have to do. But if you are reading any thesis, if you are getting in that area, that will giving the background. That will giving your build-up knowledge, will enhancing, and then you can start. So to try, because sometimes you will not get the dissertation. So many people I've seen, they are coming to IIT Kanpur only to copy the thesis, to get the thesis and so that they can read. Because the journals you can get, many types, many institutions are not providing all the journals, but some of journals also. So you require all these things, reading nowadays, the Googles and the correct dissertations. Many universities are keeping their dissertation open domain where you can find, but you have to give your time to search in that line. So you have to read as much as possible in the area of interest. Because in beginning you have to read how much, all the areas having your knowledge and see, then you will find your interest. So when you are reviewing the existing research, ask yourself, what has been done? Suppose you have decided in this area and you want to work, and then you have to questions many. What has been done so far, and what do existing results show? What they are giving and what is the limitations you have to find? You should be critically reviewed. So sometimes you say, well, this method is wrong. Whatever the paper is saying, it's not easy to say this. You should have the knowledge and really you have to prove it. And to do, you should have an n number of thinking that whether it's wrong or right. And then if you're trying to, then you have to keep on reading this. So what did the previous projects involve? The lab work or field work? You have to also ask what you have done. Your knowledge is a lab or the field work. What are the things are required in that projects, the previous, basically the people have done, whether you require the lab work or field work or maybe simulation work, what type of the things in that is required, where you are thinking, and that is the area we are going for. How often the paper coming in that area, in that field? It is not really one paper is coming in a year or so, because in field, those are emerging areas, the papers are started flooding all the time. But these papers are coming after 1 year. If you're going for a good transactions, everything, you'll find the papers are coming after 6 months. No doubt there are early access. Conferences are coming in the month or so, where you can get. So the conferences paper are also a very good idea where you can get. Because many people, they first publish in the conference because a small idea they generate. After that, they revise the same idea and then finally publish. So the conference papers are good background, but not bad quality. You have to go to the good standard conferences where you can find the good papers and then you can think of. Sometimes you can. Yeah. So are your research ideas are original? Sometimes you have generated, I'll do this. For example, I want to make a button here and I want to send a person to moon. So I can press it here, person can go to the moon. Idea is good. How to get it? What other things are there? No doubt the idea is there, but there are many things are there. So sometimes ideas you have to see what you are doing, and slowly you have to move in that direction that you have to see. So instead of going directly moon, you have to press button, how much jumping, how much distance you are covering, and that you have to keep on doing, and what are the limitations, etc. you can do. So, is there value addition in research question? Because what addition you are going to do? What are the value you are going to add? And that is the important aspect of that is required. So could I spend on or put my own spins on the research, so that if suppose already having my research area in that area I want to, but many a times I found this is saturation. We try to do in some other area along with my own knowledge, that is basically one of the best options. So the selection of the research will quickly review the papers and theses from the new to old. Why I'm saying new to old? Because most of the new paper will say the old are referred already. If you're starting with the old, you will not get what has been done so far. So the recent paper you can start, and then if you try to understand, then already there are references, you can go back and kindly have the change so that you can develop that level where already that work has been completed. And then you can think beyond that, what is the extra that you are going to do. So you should also write down in the register, what I found, you have read hundreds of paper, but you are not writing and you have forgotten. That should not happen. In the beginning, at least, you should keep on having the capability to writing what are there in the critically, this title and all the papers, because that will be also used in the producing your papers or thesis. The references are required. So you can write whatever you read, write in the half page, 1 page, based on that, what are there inside, so that once you just glance your diary, you can remember, oh, this paper was having this. So try to write the main work and problem in those words. So that capability must be a person should start. So you should not decide research topic, only research area beginning, and try to do the later you can refine, and then the research topic can be decided. The detail of references are also to be noted, because and sometimes what happens, it is we ask our students, okay, go and once before your state of art, write a paper in that area. So what happens, he will be reviewing as much as possible, not less than 50 papers, and based on that, 50 good papers in that area, not the number. So that's the 50 papers he has done, and critically he has seen. Based on that, basically once he's writing, so all the pros and cons, critically examine those reviews, and based on that, you can write what are the challenges, what are the gaps, what are the things, and that will set your motivation, that will set your topic, that will set your direction to do the research, etc. So all the time, you should be very logical. You should be what and why and how, what, why not. All this, if you have done, why not this? How it has been done, why it has been done, why people are thinking. So all these questions you have to ask by yourself, and for that, you have to get the answer from by yourself, by reading the material, or you can ask your supervisor, ask some of your colleagues and peers here and there to answer. And once you are given them, that will be certainly improving your knowledge one by one day. So if you can attend, you could attend a conference, go for it, because you can meet the people, you can connect the people, and also sometimes get a lot of good areas. Excellent way to find the current problem in research. You can listen to what people are talking nowadays. So good conference I'm talking. You will certainly get a lot of ideas. Once you are sitting, sometimes I found people say, hey, my area, try to listen. Because other areas may be very much applicable to your area. So once you are listening to the paper, just think in my area how it can be going to be useful. And if you are thinking in this way, that you can get very good ideas. Normally we attend the conferences, we listen and write down here on my diary, and later I give the topic to my students. So that's basically, even though I just do, why not you should do? Rather than looking for one idea and topic, it is better to have several. Because once you are going to a supervisor, you have this area, that area you have read, and then finally you can propose, oh, sir, I want to work in this area, this topic, and based on that, he will discuss what is comfortable, where he can give you guidance, etc. That is important. Make sure nobody else has already completed the similar research, because it is also in the beginning very, very important. You are thinking here, and after 1 year, you find, this work is already completed. People have published the paper. So again, you are starting with the ground. So that is it. And this, basically, your guide can instruct. That is very important. That he will know this has already been completed, because he might have gone through that. So once you are reading many recent papers, you will find that, oh, this one is your idea, what you are saying, it might have done. Many times our students are saying, sir, already this has been done, it's reported in the paper. So we'll say, okay, give that paper. Normally I read, oh, this has been done. So what extra I can do, what modifying? So we start with the existing problem formulation. What, even though I ask my students, look, whatever is, they take a simple paper in that area, very important paper, try to reproduce that paper. Whether it's a lab, whether it's a simulation, whether it's a formulation, try to write. And I'm sure he will get a lot of problems in even doing it. If he has done, now he has reached at that level of the people. And then he can do the value addition. Normally, this is the best way for any researcher to start with. Once you have decided that I have to do, and this is my area, take that area paper and try to basically concentrate and doing these things. That is the best way, I can tell you. Because it is not so easy to produce that paper, even to reproduce that paper. I can tell you in terms of formulation, simulation, and lab work, whatever. But that will help a lot. You will get all the nut and bolts around this, your surrounding of the problem. And doing that, you can get some more ideas as well. And that is important. Doing this, a lot of problem will arise. An idea will be generated. That is one. Seek the advice from experts before deciding your final doctoral dissertation, if possible. You can decide other experts in that area, because many a times you don't have the option. But if you are happy, try to discuss with them. So the discuss research idea with your supervisors, and then finally you can decide your topic. So, because I have another meeting at 12 o'clock, So I'll finish now. This is the last slide. So what will be a good characteristic of good researcher? That is very, very important. The person should be sincere. She should give the daily certain some time, because now everyone is having 24/7 time hours in a week. So in that you have to decide, because you have a family problem, you have your academic problem, you have your job problem, you have a professional problem, many other things are problem. And in that you have to take out certain time. I found what happens, people are sometimes they work for 1 week or something, after that 2 months, you know what, again they start, so again they are rising and down, so again they are ground. Because you might have forgotten, no. So you should be very sincere and honest in that. And you have to, especially today, every day you have to try to do it. Your mind should keep on thinking what to do, how to do. Another thing, if you teach in your mind, then certainly you will get it. So the honesty and sincerity and hard working this way, that is basically very important for any individual researcher that is required. And another is a good list. But normally if anyone is speaking in your campus coming, I know that. That's not important. Because I can give you a same topic to speak 10 people. 10 will speak differently. And always you'll find there is a certain novelty and new things in each speech. So try to attend. So good listener is also very, very important. Many already YouTube, many good universities, lectures and researchers, and very, their talks are there on the, even though online. Now digital media, where it's very easy to get. Where sitting on your desktop, your mobile, you can get it. So you should have a good reading capability. You should also read. Sometimes what happens, we read half of the page and we start sleeping. We can read a complete novel, but we cannot read a complete even the paper in one shot. And that's the best. So you should have the reading capability slowly. If you are having this, try to understand. No doubt sometimes how to do it. You are reading the paper, you are saying, I'm not getting anything. So first time you read it just like Ramayana and Mahabharata. No need to understand. Then second time, third time, once you are reading, first you read just like without arguing. Second time, then you can correlate, because something will be coming later on, what question is arising in your mind. You don't know about that thing. So complete read one thing, what is inside, and then you start reading again and again. Once you are reading twice and thrice, I'm sure this you can get the logic and you can get the contents properly of that work. Already I said, you should be very logical. You should be logical arguing. Why, what, why, where, why not. All the things you can have. You should have passion. And if passion is not there, then that is also. So it is, and this passion is very, very good. Other many times I found that people are not ethically and morally correct. Sometimes we claim, and even though sometimes we produce the wrong results and we say, oh, it's my working. So always you will caught and your degree will be forfeited. So the ethical and moral values are very, very important in the research way. And of course, you should manage your time. The time management is not only in research. Time management everywhere, in your personal life as well. If you are not the person who has managed the time properly, he is a successful person. The person who has not managed the time, he is almost gone, having all the knowledge, everything. He cannot do anything. So the time management is very, very important for any individual. No doubt everyone has the same time. So good in health for doing all the research, of course. You should be healthy as well. You should be sporty and a smiling face. Always I say to students, there's two words. There is a silence, and a smile is very powerful word in this world. Where we say silence avoids many problems, and a smile solves many problems. So if these two are the free of cost, no energy, but it's giving a lot of your life different way. So I see even my students smile slightly, and these two are extremely. Suppose you keep on smiling in the class, the teacher will slap you, or maybe you will be get out from the room, etc. So the silence and smile is more smile and more silence. If you are having more smiling, people say you are bad. If you are very silent all the time, people will say, oh, he's basically he's knowing nothing and he's more. You can say, people will say. So, but the mixture is always required. You should have the balance in to have the good health and provide solution of substantial problem. Take the problem which is basically needed of their society, if it is possible, because many areas it is not possible. But if you are handling that, it has a large impact than only doing some experiment here and there and writing the paper. But if you are doing this one that will be giving a lot of your popularity than there. You can go for the frugal innovation. Jugaad ki engineering kariye. Jugaad ka innovation. India is basically very prominent in the frugal innovation. Try to do the practical and real-time research if it is possible. and you should, whatever you're doing, you should publish them, you should attend them. If you're publishing, that is also a call. People should know that you are a researcher in your area. So all the things are basically required, and only I'll say this last slide, that sometimes your writing, I say the writing is also very important. Your results are there, you should be very, very cautious in that. For that, I think we require another lecture for that, how to write things. I found, even though I was listening one person, he said, sir, what people are doing the mistakes? Because sometimes they can say the monotony is there, the paragraphs are maybe the 2 or 3 pages. No, people will not read. Sometimes I will find the paragraph is 1 sentence. Oh, that is also bad. So you see where to break the monotony. And that is so in all this, even though sometimes you say writing the because 1 source this bigger, 2 source this bigger, 4, 6. If you're writing there, what source? You can say this can be seen in this figure. So just change. That will be bringing the readability of it. Many times you're the same 2 words like this approach is the best approach. Right? Write 2 times. You can say this is the best approach, or you can say this approach is the best. So that is also even the way to write, and I found that people are saying, yes, normally we do this sentence is correct. I'm not saying sentence is wrong, but using twice is decreasing sometimes laziness, and that is not good. Sometimes what we do, we write upper and lower cases in the running text, no issue. Why? Which will be upper, which is a noun, which is other words. Try to be understand. And that is also important in the writing. Another, I find the abbreviation. Sometimes say, suppose I require simple in this machine learning ML. So we write machine M is capital, L is capital, and bracket in ML. Sometimes I write M capital, L is small, and then ML. Sometimes both is small ML. In same text, not ML, you are doing many times with a different combination. You are citing, sometimes you say equation number this, sometimes in this, not equation is written. So many things are like you have to be very cautious in the citation. So if you are not having anything, then you can use the general style or conference style. There is no here, but you can find certain things. But these are the various other things just I wanted to say, but the time is short. I'll take 1 or 2 questions and so that I should start.
So this is Prashanta. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sir, firstly, good morning, sir, and this is very helpful session. Thank you for that. You said in one place that try to pick up a topic where there is no such research already happened. Now, for example, today after a lot of research, I pick up one subject and topic which is relevant, not too much of similar work already published. But by the time I complete, for example, in next 1 year, I don't know what other research scholars are doing in the world, right? Maybe some people might have already completed in next 1 year. In that case, my in-progress research, how do I continue with that, sir? Or is there any impact?
Just if you are having very correctly updated, so then always you find the research gap is only for 3 to 4 months, because people are once doing the research, normally they are going to publish also, because it's a conferences here, your idea is yours. And that person who is publishing in journal later also your idea is yours. It's not his idea. So it is, that's why I say once you are doing certain things, you are thinking it is a new another thing nobody has done, you try to publish. And very rarely the same idea, the 2 equally idea is coming in the two person's brain. It's very, very difficult, because we are the billions of people. Everyone is thinking, maybe the path is same, but certainly the way and other things will be different. So in that, you are doing the value addition. So whatever you are doing, you should basically try to recognize that it is over. If you are waiting, by that time your idea, what you thought the other person has published, then you are gone. Again, you are going to back to the same one. So that I'm saying, the publishing is also very, very important at the same time.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sir, this is Madhav Kumar. I would like to ask a question about the inductive and the deductive approach. In India, mostly in the scientific field, we understand that deductive approach is used, because anyway, that's possible there. But in social sciences side, are we lacking the inductive approach, which comes out with best theories out of the data which we collect or the approach which we make, such method we adopt? Can you please comment on that?
You see, the engineering research is totally different than the social research like history, psychology, all the things in the political and other things. I consulted one person and one relative was willing to do the PhD, I went to the professor and they started saying what will be the synopsis, how we will deciding everything. He said, no, it is your research is different and others research is there. Normally they sit with the 20 research theses and normally they prepare one. Okay? So it is again this approach of the faculty member. Always try to do something new idea, value addition I always say. Whatever you are doing, you should try to, that's what people have done, what value additions, maybe delta X, it may be more delta X, it is up to you. But the value addition must be there, I believe in this one research work. If you are sometimes we do the review paper, you can say what value addition? Yes, it is. You have a critically review, you have collected the place for others to do something research in that area. Even the review papers are also, they have some sort of contribution that you have done it. So the value addition or contribution must be seen. That is, I think, in this way. So it is inductive or inclusive or not even though inclusive. It is, you have to decide this value addition should be there. The way just you can adapt whatever. I believe in this.
Thank you.
So, dear students, it's over now as time is up, sir, has to attend some other meetings. So, thank you so much, sir. So, Ms. Radhika Jain kindly propose a vote of thanks to our respected sir, Professor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It was a privilege to have you speak for us today, sir. We have surely gained some very explicit and valuable understanding on the topic. We hope to be honored with your presence in the future as well. I would also like to extend my deepest gratitude to everyone for attending this expert lecture today. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Radhika
Thank
and
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Director sir, thanks to you also for arranging the faculty. It was really a very learning, experience. So thank you very much once again for arranging such a dignified, very qualified faculty for us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.